What is good, YouTube? It's your boy checking in, Zachary Zeiler, for a new video. And today what we're going to be talking about is the long road of building an amazing chest, a three-dimensional chest that stands out and makes people say, wow, that guy lifts. No, but honestly, you guys, many people don't realize it. The boobs are such a masculine feature to a male's physique. When you see a guy with a beautifully developed chest, the first thing that goes on in your mind is, wow, he must lift weights. Um, just as the biceps, when someone says, hey, will you flex? Or hey, flex once, the first thing you'll do is flex your arm, flex your biceps. And just as that goes, when you see a person with a well-developed chest, it's a very masculine feature, and everyone should want to strive for having that great, thick chest, especially in bodybuilding and especially in building the physique. So I'm going to allow this workout footage kind of to play. You guys can pay attention to that if you would like. It was just a late night workout and really short, honestly, compared to most of my volume. But yeah, you guys can watch that, but for the most part I want to just give you guys some tips and some pointers on what I've utilized over the years for building and sculpting one of my strong points now. And my chest, when I started out, it was definitely a weak point. It was something that I literally had to murder myself to develop. And it took so much time, it took so much diligence and patience, to the point where now I can say that I did it, and it's a stronger point of mine, so hopefully I can shed some of that knowledge towards your guys' success in doing the same. So that's what I'm going to be doing in this video. Now, to start off, we're going to have some story time, alright? In the beginning of my training in general, I absolutely refused to join a gym. For whatever reason, I don't even remember what it was. I was just a stubborn human being, and I would not join a gym. I worked out in my basement. I did a lot of body weight type stuff. I had like some 10-pound weights, 20-pound weights, and that was about it at first. As a result of all of that, it became very apparent to me that I wasn't going to be building a chest with just calisthenic type workouts. I had to do more than just hundreds of sets of dips, hundreds of sets of push-ups, because that was not cutting it, and I was not seeing any growth in my chest from that. You know, I got a little bit of definition and stuff like that, but that was about it. And it was not until the discovery of the weight room that I really started to see results in my chest. So, sophomore year, I was on the track team, you guys, and we were forced one day to go to the weight room. And I can remember all my friends used to make fun of me because they knew that I hated the idea of joining a gym or whatever. That I thought that weight training was stupid, all this and that, and they used to make fun of me for it. So the day came and our track team was forced to go to the weight room, and I can remember all of my friends going, ha, Zach, you gotta go to the weight room, what are you gonna do, we have to go. And you know, they were all kind of laughing at it and stuff like that. And so we went in there, and I can remember that day like it was yesterday. It was like love at first sight, you guys. When you see a woman, a beautiful woman, and you instantly fall in love, that is what happened to me, you know. I walked in there, and I was weak as shit. I remember I could not bench press 135 pounds. It was impossible for me to get 135 pounds off of my chest. And you know, I had all my friends at the time, they were getting close to maxing out on 225, this and that. And I walked in there, I couldn't even bench a plate. And I was getting some stares and stuff like that. But I will never forget what one of my friends had said to me. As I got up from benching and, you know, not being able to put up the 45-pound plates, his name's Caleb, and he was like, don't worry about it, Zach, you'll get there soon. And for whatever reason, I don't know what it is, that motivated me so much. It played such a mental, it had such a mental toll on me that it's as if he sensed that I was embarrassed, you know, getting up from the bench press or something. Because I was, you know, I wasn't benching anywhere near any other kids in the weight room and stuff like that. And him saying that, it had such a big impact, a positive impact on what I was going to be doing in the future. At that point on, I was like, you know what? I'm going to go join a gym. I'm going to join a gym, and I'm going to show show myself that I can do this, that I can build an amazing physique, that I can bench more than 135 pounds, and all kinds of stuff like that. So that's just how things started off, you guys. Going to the weight room, that's where my opinion had changed. The very first day that I went there, everything had changed. The whole game was going into a different direction for me. So that's how it started out. Now, a few months passed by, and eventually my parents ended up getting me a 1 year or 2 year gym membership. And that the gym that I started out in, it was perfect for what I needed it for. Dumbbells that went up to 100 pounds, a flat bench press, incline bench press, decline bench press, and a bunch of machine chest presses. And all of this new equipment had obviously been a large shock to my body. It was something that I was not used to, something that I was not accustomed to, and so I saw a lot of results at first in terms of my chest. It was a slow process. It went on slower than I expected it to, but I did see, constant gains and constant mass being kicked down to my chest from doing all of those different presses. Now, as I went on with my chest workouts, I did have periods of time where I plateaued, and that is because I simply stuck to the bench press for a long time. I didn't do anything other than the bench press. I did a few sets of bench pressing, I did maybe one set of flies, and then I went and did some dips, and that was my chest workout. Now, as I went on, I discovered the ideals of, changing it up. Having each workout be completely different from the last, and, having a bro split is what most of you guys would call it. And so, each workout is completely different. It has completely different exercises for the most part. It has a completely different way of approaching each exercise, completely different set numbers, rep ranges, and stuff like that. And that is when I exploded. My chest got humongous very quickly too. And I think that's the majority of where my chest development came from, is when I decided to change up every last workout and really mess around with my rep ranges. I'd have a week where I would stick to doing 3 to 6 reps. I'd have a week where I do 12 to 14 reps. Every week was different. It had different exercises. It implemented different types of ranges of motion. That's another thing I mess around with, is like range of motion, and I still to this day mess around with not going through the complete range of motion all the time, because your body's going to become accustomed to that. Your chest is going to become used to that specific exercise. And so I'm not saying to do half reps, but keeping constant tension, going onto a machine fly, and instead of bringing the dumbbells completely together, keeping that tension off, keeping a foot between them, stuff like that, it all adds up. So the basic tools that you can utilize for building an amazing chest are the simple ones. Changing up the exercises that you do. Approaching each workout with the idea that you want to have a big chest, and trying to feed in and talk to that muscle group as you train it. Apply different rep ranges, apply different numbers of sets, rest time. Always be changing things up and confusing the hell out of your body, and I promise you will see results. I like to think of the chest as being relatively similar to your shoulders, and by that I mean that you need to hit it from many different angles, just like your back as well. Treat it just like other muscle groups. Do a bunch of different incline movements, do a bunch of decline, flat presses, do a bunch of flies. The more angles you hit it from, the more development you're going to see overall. And it's pretty simple, to understand all of that. It's just a matter of actually doing it. Go out there, approach the gym, not caring about what others are doing. Don't worry about how much weight you have on the bar. Have enough weight to where you're effectively going to target your chest, and that's it. It's as simple as that. And hopefully you guys will have some takeaways with this video. It's not rocket science, and it never should be rocket science either. Never try to overcomplicate things. But that just about sums up this video. I think there's some like posing at the end or whatever, and that's about it. So hopefully that helps you guys out. If you have any other questions, ask me on my social media, ask me in the comments section of this video below. You guys have been so helpful and motivating to make me continue making these videos and stuff like that, and I'll keep them coming as long as you guys like them and stuff like that. So Again, please like, share, comment, all that good stuff. If you aren't subscribed, go through and hit that subscribe button. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching. That's it, you guys. Peace out. Until next time. You know what I'm saying?